What if Goku kept his tail part 3? Now, to recap what happened last time, Goku met Broly from destroying Frieza, and then, after a glorious battle, they were finally sent home. So now, after being warned by Trunks about the androids, the Z-Fighters trained for over 3 years, and they are now ready to take on these androids. Now, let's get into the video. Before the Z-Fighters would arrive, Broly was the only one to notice something really a little bit odd with Goku. He was sweating already, just from simple flying, and they just started. But they would pass that on, as then they would land at the meeting area that Trunks said the androids would turn up. And lo and behold, they appeared. Dr. Gero and Android 19 would appear, and they would be expecting these Z-Fighters. They would, of course, scan them, but they would notice that that Brutish Saiyan was kind of new. And it wasn't in their database. But after some looking, they do see that, oh, they have followed this Saiyan before, but they weren't able to take his DNA and genetically make him into something. So, no, they do not have Broly's massive power or nothing like that, but these androids are stronger than the original because of Goku being stronger, and same with 18, 17, 16, and also Cell will be more powerful as well, but that's for later on. But now, of course, Goku would go first as he would turn Super Saiyan, and he would begin fighting Android 19, but he would be mopping the floor with this android, really having no issue at all. As the Z-Fighters were pretty cocky and confident, Tien himself was saying, wow, Goku's mopping the floor with this guy. Wow, this seems pretty easy. But Broly notices something, and Piccolo notices it too. He thinks, no, something's not right. It's true that Goku's slapping him around, but look, his attacks are not doing that much to him. And it seems like Goku's already getting out of breath. Not to mention, his power is starting to drop. They don't know what's happening, but before they do, craziness happens, because then Goku starts losing more and more power. He starts gasping for air, as then Android 19 would then go on the offensive, and he would begin to overpower Goku, even absorbing his Kamehameha, and then he would grab onto his mouth and he would begin absorbing his energy. Now Goku was on the losing end here, as he even reverted back to base form, and then he would throw him to the ground, and he then Goku realized that it's the heart virus, it finally got me. The Z-Fighters would also notice this too, that it was the heart virus. At a time like this, it would finally get him. So, before Android 19 would finish off Goku, Vegeta would run in and kick him to the side. Vegeta would stand there laughing and smirking, saying, take Kakarot and get him out of here. I'll handle these two androids by myself. Now, they think that Vegeta doesn't have much of a chance based on his power level and his base form. But Vegeta states that ever since Kakarot and this dumb brute of a Saiyan has surpassed me, I have been training like never before, and I will never be looked down upon again, as I am the prince of all Saiyans. I am the elite and number one. I am the legendary Super Saiyan. And then Vegeta would look at the android and say, are you ready for a power not seen in thousands of years? And he would then transform into Super Saiyan Vegeta, or Super Vegeta if you want. And he would very much overpower Android 19. Now, Vegeta in this What If is actually stronger since he's had more tougher opponents to go up against, and he also has a higher goal to reach. So he's actually been training more diligently and a lot more difficult than before, so he can keep up with Kakarot and even Broly. So Vegeta is actually a lot more powerful here, but he would easily mop the floor with Android 19, not much of an issue. Now, Android 20 would get away. JK, Dr. Gero. Dr. Gero would get away. Or Android 20 if you want, it's fine. Android 20 or Dr. Gero, pick in the comments. But Dr. Gero would get away. But luckily, Piccolo would be following him right up, and Piccolo would begin battling Dr. Gero. Dr. Gero does not have much of a chance against this version of Piccolo, since he's a lot more powerful than the original, because he's had an extra sparring partner, and that's called Broly. A lot of people diss on Piccolo's potential, but in here I'm going to use it right. Piccolo is way more powerful than he was in the original. Now, Piccolo would easily handle Android 20. But before he does, Dr. Gero would escape, as he pretty much lost both of his arms, but he would escape just in time as he would blind Piccolo and run away to his base, as he was then going to activate Android 17 and Android 18. Now, he would do so arriving. Now, right before the Z-Fighters would arrive, it was way too late. Dr. Gero has done it. Android 17 and Android 18 was awakened, and then they would walk out of their pods. Now, of course, Dr. Gero would tell them, now we can go rule the world, and he would say, you obey me. Now, obviously, the androids would look at them and say, no, we don't owe you. Of course, we want to kill Goku, but you're not our boss. And they would actually kill him. Now, they would look at another pod, and they would see Android 16. And they're like, well, let him out. They could be an extra help. And they do so. So now Android 16 was let out. Now you got 3 rogue androids on the loose. The same battle would happen on the street, to where Vegeta, Trunks, and the others would try to battle these androids, but they would not have much of a stretch against them. This Android 17 and this Android 18, and even Android 16, is a lot more stronger than the original. I would say about 2 times more powerful. So they're a massive threat. A massive threat. Now, Vegeta would still get his arm broken and get kicked to the side. That would kind of destroy his pride really bad. Now, they did not realize, though, you had Broly. Remember, Broly's been in the background, but now he's going to go in and go fight. This Broly is powerful. By I mean powerful, he is extremely powerful because he has been trained by Piccolo, Goku, and even Gohan. And he has learned to control his power. Not his legendary form, but he's getting close, but he can control his Super Saiyan state and even the Akari state. But he prefers the Super Saiyan since it's easier to get into. But base Broly would actually begin battling the androids. Now, of course, Android 18 would go up first. And, of course, she would actually start struggling against base Broly. And she was kind of confused. How powerful is this Saiyan? They have him in the database, but they didn't know that he was this powerful. As the little robot, Bug, that followed Goku only picked up Broly from when they first met. Because once when Broly started powering up, the power itself destroyed the little robot, but the data was already sent back. So they know that he was really powerful, but not this powerful. Now, Broly would transform into a Super Saiyan state, and then both androids would then attack Broly at the same time. This would actually give Broly a pretty decent fight. But Broly would start manhandling them. But the problem is these androids have infinite stamina and infinite energy. They can fight all day, all night long. Broly was starting to run out of gas because he's battling these both androids, and 2 of them fighting perfectly in sync is a little bit to handle. And then they would tell Android 16 to get in the battle, but Android 16 doesn't do it. He was too busy holding a bird looking at nature, as he doesn't believe in battle, as he tells them, no, my battle is only for Son Goku, and that is it. And of course, he was waiting for Son Goku. Now, as Broly would hold off the androids, getting everybody to get away, especially Vegeta, Trunks would try to help out Broly, as the 2 began fighting together, but Trunks does not have much of a chance against these androids, especially if Broly's having a little bit of trouble. Now, Broly was running out of steam very quickly, and he knows that he can't just sit here and fight them all day. Now, Broly would have to get back and think smart, because Broly didn't know that these guys had infinite stamina. I mean, nobody would have known. And not to mention that he cannot sense their energy, makes it a little bit more difficult to be able to track down and sense, because he can't sense them at all. And they are extremely fast. So Broly would then shoot a massive ki beam down and hit all the androids, other than 16, who got out of the way, and he would fly off. Now, the androids would get out, and their clothes are pretty ruined. They would pretty much look around, and they were kind of worried that this Saiyan was already that strong. But Android 17 says, nah, look at him. He ran for the hightails. But that was a lot of fun, though. Now, Android 18 would complain that her clothes are ruined and that she needs new ones. They would go do some power shopping, destroying the city and such. Now, as for Goku, he was left at Master Roshi's house, where he was given the medicine and being cared for by Chi-Chi. The rest of the Z-Fighters would go there, other than Vegeta, who would be really pissed off flying away. Now, they don't know it, but somewhere around the world, there is a bug-like creature named Cell, and he is absorbing creatures and humans, slowly growing in power, as he is looking for Androids 17 and 18. As he tells himself, once when he absorbs those 2, he will become the perfect being. And that is it for this What If, you guys. Thank y'all for watching. I'm sorry that the What If is a little bit short, but I have been pumping out videos every single day, And, you know, since we're getting close to Christmas time, so I hope you guys enjoy it, though. Every single video will not be able to be over 20 minutes long, but I want to try and give you guys a video every single day up until Christmas, just so I can give you guys something to look forward to every single day. But then most likely after, when Christmas is done, I will probably upload another video or two, and then I'll go back to my normal, usually 2 to 3 videos a week. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the series. Like and comment, and that's it. I'll see y'all later.